The United States continues to work hard to monitor and account for U.S. security assistance delivered to Ukraine. And we've seen no credible evidence of the misuse or illicit diversion of American equipment provided to Ukraine. But what we do see is Ukraine using the capabilities that we provided to defend itself against Russian aggression.
The Security Service of Ukraine, or SBU, announced it charged 5 people with embezzling some $40 million meant to buy 100,000 mortar shells.
The SBU intelligence agency said the probe had exposed former and current high-ranking officials at the Ministry of Defense and managers of an arms supplier. It said the embezzlement involved a contract for 100,000 mortar shells with weapons maker Lviv Arsenal in August 2022, just 6 months into the war. The announcement came on Saturday and will have a huge resonance in a country that's dealing with exhaustion after Russia's invasion 2 years ago. It also speaks to endemic corruption as a major issue as Ukraine presses its bid to join the European Union and amid a push for new funding and equipment from Washington.
But it was in St. Petersburg just days ago that a court convicted Daria Trepova for a terror attack on Russian soil in April 2023. Trepova was charged with delivering an explosive device to a pro-war Russian blogger as he gave a talk at a local cafe. She called it all a setup, saying she thought she was delivering a listening device and not a bomb that could have also killed her. She was sentenced to 27 years. All this comes as wartime officials disputed each other's accounts of the downing of a Russian military plane said to be carrying 74 people, including 65 captured Ukrainian soldiers en route to a supposed prisoner swap for Russian POWs. Moscow has provided little evidence to back its claims that Ukraine shot down the jet or that captured soldiers were on board. Ukraine says Russia is so far blocking an international investigation, while Kyiv neither confirms nor denies involvement in the crash.
Corruption within the military has been a particularly sensitive issue in Ukraine, and a defense minister was dismissed last year over various corruption cases.
In the middle of war, a shakeup at Ukraine's highest levels of government. Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov submitted his resignation letter today after President Zelensky yesterday announced plans to replace him.
Oleksiy Reznikov has been Ukraine's defense minister since before the war broke out. The military jacket scandal was the ultimate corruption case his ministry has had to face. Like in previous scandals, products, this time jackets, were ordered for an initial price, but in the end, Ukraine paid several times more. On top of this, it appears the jackets are completely useless. The order was for winter jackets, but the ones delivered from Turkey were summer ones. The minister denied the allegations.
As one investigative journalist said in one of his posts, the ministry bought summer jackets 3 times cheaper, and then, through a Harry Potter magic stick operation, they turned into winter jackets. This is not true.
This is just the latest in several scandals, which isn't new for Ukraine. The country ranks 116th out of 180 on the International Corruption Perceptions Index. Before the jackets, Ukrainian authorities say there was food, also purchased for soldiers at a price that is several times the market price. There's also widespread corruption linked to military recruitments. The people shown here are not involved. Thousands of young Ukrainians have tried to either avoid or flee the battlefield. Ukrainian investigators say various officials have accepted bribes to help them escape or get medical exemptions. The most striking case may be the one involving a recruitment official in Odessa who used some of the money he reportedly embezzled to buy this villa in Spain.
If Joe were here, she'd say, Joe, hush up, boy.